Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Maddog and Pino NFL review. Two drinking buddies shooting the shit about the NFL.
How you doing tonight, Pino?
Pino's all right. Even the losers get lucky sometime.
They watch the games, break it down for you, and deliver all you need to know from the weekend's action.
That means there will be 16 games,
Yeah.
right? So half of them lost, right?
Yeah.
So 32 divided by 2, but
16.
14 teams have a loss.
What?
Diehard fan? You'll get all the in-depth analysis behind the scores.
Devontae Adams had 175 yards last week. The other guy, Nico Collins, had 107 yards this week.
Check out the big brain on Brett.
Or just a fan of the NFL spectacle? You'll get all the quirks, follies, and absurd moments from each weekend's action.
If he took a shotgun snap, by the time he caught it, he could smell the Starbucks on Micah Parsons' breath.
We got the shit kicked out of us from the moment they walked out of the tunnel.
So, join us now for the insights, laughs, and chaos that is the Maddog and Pino NFL review. Now your hosts,
Hey, everybody. It's your long-lost friends, Maddog and Pino here to get you prepped for the 2025 NFL season. How you doing, Maddog? How you doing, Pino? It has been a while.
I'm Pino, right? This is like the Warby Parker
Exactly.
broadcast. Like two old men wearing glasses now as we engage in the 2025 season. But lots of shit went down in the off season, continues to go down. So lots to talk about.
There is. So I thought the one way to kind of reset everybody is to kind of, as quickly as we can, in our entertaining and informative way, take people through the off season. And so there's always a coaching carousel and a QB carousel. So that's kind of one way to say, okay, here's, we now transitioned to a new season because there's a bunch of teams with new quarterbacks, a bunch of teams with new coaches, some with both. So I thought that'd be one way we could kind of start getting people revved up and remind them of what happened in the season. So now I do have to check my notes.
So I do want to keep your job today is going to be to not let me get over my skis relative to quarterback rooms.
Yeah, I got it.
Because in my mind, the Giants had 4. Legitimate. I know it's only preseason. Captain breaks, blah blah blah. So yeah,
if you have 4, you don't have 1.
Yeah,
so
they have 2. Okay, or
um,
maybe 3. His name Jameis eating a taco.
Here we go. All right. Anyway, let's start with new coaches. So Chicago, New Orleans, New England, the Jets, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, and Dallas all have new coaches.
God, that's a lot of prep, dude. I couldn't have even rattled that off like that.
I did have to reference my notes, but so and some of those were like obvious hires like Vrabel going to New England. I think everyone kind of saw that coming.
That'll work. That should work there.
And then Ben Johnson, the guy who's been in demand for years, finally found what he thinks is the right situation with Caleb Williams of all people in Chicago, but they have some weapons there, and if he is an offensive guru, who knows what happens. And then and I'll get to this more in a second because there's two franchises in the offseason I do want to talk about. But the Cowboys kind of let all this happen, and big name hires were going to teams. I mean, like I said, Ben Johnson and the Vegas hired what's his name. Pete Carroll. But anyway, and then the Dallas waited to last again and then hired Brian Schottenheimer.
Shoddy, as they call him.
Exactly. Who, I'm sure is a great guy. He's obviously has coaching pedigree.
He has lineage.
Exactly. But
lineages.
If you're a Cowboys fan, aren't you like, how an uninspiring hire is that?
Seriously.
But anyway, who knows? The Cowboys, we'll get to them more in a second. All right, so now we can move on to QBs if you want, unless you want to talk about coaches.
No, the coaches, the interesting thing is Ben Johnson in Chicago, and I heard and I got a couple of notes. Like I want to talk about Good Morning Football because it's a pain in the ass show. And then The Herd I've been listening to.
All right.
I'm not listening to NFL Network and Jason McIntyre, J-Mac.
Okay.
And I thought he did bring up like usually I disagree with him on everything. Because he's a big Jets fan, hates the Giants, always make sure he lets that be known. Was talking about like Ben Johnson, and I kind of agree with it. Like his body language at press when he talks to the media every day and what's going on with them in preseason. Like he just seems tense. Like it may not work. Like with Caleb Williams.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone in Chicago is pretty excited, so we'll see. And they do have weapons. I mean, their wide receiver room is pretty good.
And they built up their offensive line.
They drafted a tight end number 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And if he is the mastermind, if he's the new Shanahan or whatever, maybe they break out.
We'll find out shortly.
Exactly. All right. So
Bears.
There's already 10 new There's also 10 new quarterbacks this season, and I didn't count things
that are going to start.
There are 10 new starting quarterbacks
for new teams.
10 teams with new starting quarterbacks from where they were last year. So the Jets, Cleveland, and we'll get into them later, our Steelers, my Steelers, the Titans, the Colts, which you can have something to say about, Las Vegas, the New York Giants, which I'm sure you have a lot to say about, Minnesota, New Orleans, and Seattle. That's just crazy. That's a third of the leagues starting fresh, starting fresh-ish. You know what I mean? So yes, I guess let's start with our two teams. So Pittsburgh had a quarterback room of Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and I don't know, it doesn't matter the third team. They've now revamped that entirely with obviously Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph they brought back, Skylar Thompson who played out of his head in the preseason, and Will Howard. So they have 4, but they're figuring out a way to keep them by putting them on IR or whatever. Your team had, who was starting at the end of last year? Cutlets? Was he starting?
Cutlets, and who's the guy in Seattle, the backup now?
I don't know.
He played like 2 games. But yeah, Cutlets played the most games probably in the last year for the Giants as a starting quarterback than anybody else.
All right. And then your revamped room now has...
Now we got Russ.
Yeah.
And I hope he cooks for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, dude, in the preseason looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
And the great story I have, I think I told you this. So prior to the draft, me and Jack Conrad are having conversations, and I'm like, fuck Shedeur Sanders. They have too much baggage.
Yeah.
They should draft Dart. And Jack's like, oh, Dad, you're a racist. So every positive spin that has come out of camp at games, I'm like, more racist. I sent in the article, and I'm like, hey, there's more racists out there.
Yeah, well,
Dart looks the real deal, dude. I think by week 5 or 6, he's starting.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I do I always remind people of my experience with a rookie quarterback in preseason who looked fantastic.
Right. I'm topping the break.
And Kenny Pickett is now in his 4th team in 4 years or 3 years. Jesus. So, you never know. Preseason is preseason, I guess.
It is. But you know what? It's better than him coming out shit in the bed like Shedeur Sanders last week.
Fair point.
Right? I mean,
right.
He looks like it doesn't appear as the moment's too big for him.
Right.
And I'm going to start wearing one eye black. Just on one side. I'm waiting for my number 6 jersey to show up.
I'm sure you are. So Cleveland's probably the other quarterback room we should at least talk about. At the end of last year, I think they had DTR starting. Is that who was starting?
I think, you're right. Last year? Yeah, and he's somewhere else now, right? He's not even on their roster.
No, he's not even on the roster. Obviously, Deshaun Watson is still on their roster,
which is just fucking crazy.
Yeah, because I think they can't. Cutting him really doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on IR.
But whenever he comes back from his injury,
then they have an issue, I think. Anyway, so the Browns went out and got 6 quarterbacks or something.
I think they've created a mess.
Well, and then the way they all right, so just to rehash for everybody, they traded for Kenny Pickens. So Kenny Pickens was, in theory, their starting quarterback for a moment in time. They obviously weren't happy with that. I think before the draft, they signed Joe Flacco. And then in the draft, they drafted Gabriel, what's his name? Dylan Gabriel from Oregon in the third round. And then as Shadur Sanders continued to fall, somehow
took him in the fifth.
They decided to take him in the fifth. So now they literally, and again, they have Deshaun Watson, in theory, still part of their quarterback room. So they had 5.
And they traded Pickett, right?
They traded
to the Raiders.
Traded the Pickett to the Raiders.
Map up. What up?
And kept Gabriel and Sanders as backups to a 40-year-old quarterback.
Which is a mess. Well, I think it's going to be a mess because...
Who, by the way, can still sling the ball but can't move. Like, literally can't move.
Right. There's one guy, Gabriel, that can read a defense, go, as they say, quote unquote, go through his progressions.
Right.
I didn't write down, dude, all the new terms that are coming up, but he runs the operation.
Oh, is that right?
That's one. Like, can he run the operation?
Right.
But Gabriel does all that stuff, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, he's 4 inches shorter than he should be to be an NFL quarterback, right? And then you got a guy who's getting speeding tickets, running backwards, getting sacked for 20 yards. Like, it's not going to work. They are a fucking mess.
Yeah, they are.
They've always been a mess. And what I didn't write it down, but that fan base is crazy that they probably overpaid you for the tickets right, to the Steelers-Browns game.
Literally the morning before Shadur Sanders had that
was a disaster.
Debacle of a preseason game. Someone bought my Steelers tickets for $800 a seat.
That's crazy.
Against the Browns, and I'm like, thank God.
Does that cover your whole season?
Let me see, half of it probably.
Let me make sure I.
Carry the 1.
Am I carrying the 1?
I'm carrying the 2 on. Anyway, so there's, I don't know what other quarterback rooms we really need to talk about.
That one's a like that's like how does Stefanski, and apparently everything I hear,
he's a great coach,
and I read he's a great coach,
caller, offensive
coordinator.
He's just stuck on Cleveland,
but he's in Cleveland, and he's going to have like this all. And my take on Sanders was, forgetting any skill set or whatever,
right,
was just the baggage that you get with him, and they've already gotten it.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't it have been great? Wouldn't it have been funny as shit? Like, his brother got cut for slapping somebody.
That's right. Jesus,
helmet,
that's
right. And he got cut the same day.
It would be.
Is there any more eligibility back in Colorado?
Exactly. It would be a bad day in the Sanders household. All right. So the other thing that happens over the offseason, obviously, is free agent signings, and I mean, I didn't write all of them down because it's impossible to keep track, but there were some that were just like, market setting or like newsworthy or whatever. So the first one obviously is Brock Purdy, and I listened to so much talk radio and experts that were like, oh yeah, he's going to get the Daniel Jones deal, and I'm like, there's no effing way he's getting a Daniel Jones deal. This guy is like, statistically, if I was his agent, I'm like, is proven he's a top,
it's not even close.
Not even close.
Right.
So, or the Baker Mayfield deal. That was the other one everyone referenced. Anyway, he came in at $53 million average annual salary, which, good for him. He kind of deserves it. I mean,
he's got the bag. And he's not, like, you think about last year with that team, the entire team was on it.
Yeah,
IR.
Exactly.
Or
I think the 40.
IL. Like, I don't know what the I don't know what the woke term is for it.
Injured list. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so he was one. The other thing, then there was the nonsense that went on with the edge rushers. So the first shoe to drop was Max Crosby. He became, for a moment, the highest paid non-quarterback, I think, in the NFL. And then that was the first shoe to drop, and then of course the Browns were the Browns, and said,
right.
Oh, we if you can set a market, we can set it better.
Hold my beer. The Browns are the hold my beer team of the NFL. Right?
So they said, let's put 20% on top of that,
right,
and gave Myles Garrett 41.
Hold my beer. We got Myles.
Exactly. And of course that rippled through to TJ Watt, who was up for a new deal, And, everyone in Pittsburgh was losing their minds. Like, we can't pay a non-quarterback that much. But anyway, listen, he disappears at the other seasons because he wears down. I've heard all their arguments. But anyway, they paid him 41. So he did top Miles, which is probably appropriate.
No, I think it is.
In the same, at least in the same ballpark.
If you have red paint, you paint the barn red.
Exactly.
Mike Thomas.
Exactly. And then there was the Bengals were an interesting story in the offseason. They did get Chase done. They did get T. Higgins done, which was kind of amazing, but then they couldn't get Hendrickson done. And they, like, I don't know what all the fuss was about, because they literally agreed to a deal where just give him a raise this year and that's it.
They gave him $14 million.
Exactly. I'm like,
and then I think he can be franchised next year.
Oh, he can be franchised.
Yeah,
that's even worse.
Next year,
that's even worse.
But that means they're going to have to pay him. If he's making 34 now, he's going to be like 40, make 55 next year.
Yeah. I guess that's a fair point. Anyway, those are the ones I wanted to talk about. Do you have any others that you were thinking about?
No, other than Tommy Cutlets. Going to
appropriate name.
Cutlets.
So the two franchises I want to talk about, we've already touched on them. Actually, it's a good follow-on from what I was just talking about in terms of the defensive end market. And arguably, I wouldn't even argue this, the best edge rusher that's out there is Micah Parsons, and he's still looking for a new deal.
Are you sure it's not Abdul Carter?
Well, let's put the brakes down a little bit. Maybe. Let's find out after a couple of years.
Yeah.
But
let's see him make a play.
Exactly. But and of course, Jerry, like, he's done this every single time. He waits to be last. Like, he's a businessman. Why would you wait to be last?
Because he always overpays. Like,
exactly, and let the market set, and then you have to top it. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Didn't he sign like Dak in the locker room?
Yeah. So
right. He probably had a couple hookers with him, and he's like Jarrett and Steven was like getting head in the bathroom, like, so there was no control.
And then I heard an interview with him where he's like, well, it's good for the brand, like, we're always like in the news, and like, so I think he, in a weird way, he wants to wait to the last minute.
Dude, I totally agree with you. Like, I've read a couple articles, and especially in light of that Netflix special, and again, Nebdi, I'm sure he's probably went through it, but like, playmaker, I love him even more. Despite all, like, he almost ruined that fucking team. Like, he's going to go to jail for 20 years. But I think Jerry's gotten to the point of where it's all about, like, just keeping us in the news.
Right. No, seriously, he actually admitted it in this clip. It was insane.
Like, where he's out there, you never hear an owner saying, hey, we brought it to the agent, and the agent said, stick it up your ass. Like, that never fucking happens. Never. Right?
So then the same sports radio I was listening to, I can't remember what it was, but their conspiracy theory was he's going to strike a deal with Micah Parsons the night of the opening night when the Eagles are getting their Super Bowl rings.
Right. Yeah. And I would.
So then everyone's going to talk about Micah Parsons' deal and not talk about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
But if that happens, he's going to overpay by $20 million annually.
Exactly.
Right.
Anyway, he already had. There's no way it doesn't. He could have got that deal done 6-9 months ago to a cheaper rate for sure.
Apparently, they don't even talk to the agent. Like, how do you think that's going to shake out? Like, is he going to play versus the Eagles?
I think so. But
you think?
Yeah.
Like, for what, a half dozen? Like, 12,
yeah, exactly. He's got to ramp up, obviously. Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Third down. Oh yeah, that's what Shotty said. I saw that today on the.
He's got to ramp up.
Like, Parsons is going to need to be ramped up.
So,
and how about he's eating nachos and laying on the medical table during the preseason game? Like, how do you not either say, or you're here or you're not?
Right,
like,
exactly. Just
get
leave.
off the sideline.
Just leave. So anyway, so that's a mess. We already talked about the Browns. So probably not worth talking more about them. But
I can't even fathom what's going to happen with that team.
And by the way, they're trying to build a new stadium, and apparently it's not at the lakefront; it's somewhere else. And so people are like up in arms.
Build a new stadium. They just had one built. They just moved back there.
Yeah, it's
right.
I mean,
they were an expansion team.
Been 25 years, I think.
Is that long?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was 99.
What the fuck am I, Rip Van Winkle? Where have I been?
So I don't know. Probably not. I don't need to spend more time. There was some, like, this is how bad it is for the Browns. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's some
How
like
bad it is that their fan base is so crazy that they paid you $800 a seat.
but there was some like fan appreciation thing or like anyway, but it was at the lake and like literally one of the cameramen was on this like big floaty thing.
Oh, that was like the dude wipes. That was dude wipes.
And then literally fell off the thing.
Right, and that was all promotional, like clean your ass really clean.
Anyway,
which I sort of agree. Like I like the wipes.
Well,
versus
if you're a Browns fan, you probably need them more.
I'm down. Like I don't mean to TMI, but like, there's at least 4 times I gotta like go through that toilet paper roll, and still have skid marks.
All right. Well,
when Kaylee did give me a take, like to soak my whites in, I think it's Power Fresh or whatever it is, in the sink before I throw them in the washer.
Okay,
Works well.
all right. I'll remember.
If you run out of dude wipes,
we're full of information here today.
we're not just football people.
All right. So, and then we get to preseason. I don't even know why we have it anymore, to be honest. Like, it's only 3 games. Most teams are not playing any meaningful starters more than a series or 2 for the entire.
Yep.
So it's just, I guess it's important for people trying to fight to get on the roster or whatever. But aren't we just moving to like inter
squad practices? Yeah.
Especially if they go to 18 games, that's all. There's no more preseason.
Here's what I wanted to. I almost texted you the other day when like I realized in the Jets preseason game, Justin Fields wasn't playing.
Right.
You're talking about a fucking guy who needs snaps.
Right. No, exactly.
Like what is going on?
Yeah. So I think especially if they go to 18 games, it'll be over.
Worst thing about preseason is that you have to listen to the local broadcast.
I know. I was going to say the same thing.
Okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Like these guys are so fucking over the top.
And I will say there's a wide variety of like talent. In that
and they all want to be Kevin Harlan. Like
right.
they're yelling about everything.
There's some. I was watching this. There was a Steelers Jacksonville game maybe, and
it was the Jacksonville?
And the Jacksonville team, and literally the guy. I don't want. I hope this isn't his normal voice, but like it sounded like he hadn't slept in like 6 days. Like
maybe he was out partying.
Exactly.
Maybe he was in Miami.
Anyway, Jacksonville.
Yeah, no. The announcing in preseason when you get the local broadcast, is hellacious. You can't even. It's unlistenable unless, of course, it's Bob Papa, Carl Banks, doing the Gents game.
Yeah, they're perfect. All right, and then the only other thing I had, like, kind of that happened in the offseason that I thought was interesting was, the NFL is all about flag football. They even had the like championships on ESPN or something, and they said they're going to allow their players to play, the NFL players to play in the Olympics. Which I just think it's just a dumb idea.
Yeah,
I mean, like it's not like we can't win the gold medal without like playing anyone that ever played in the NFL. Exactly.
Right.
So,
we got a Mad Dog fucking running shotgun, like shotgun offense.
So I don't know what they're. I guess they're trying to like expand this, the interest in the sport globally and blah blah blah. And it'll kind of be cool to see flag football in the Olympics, but I don't know that we have to have like.
Yeah, I don't need to see fucking
Jack Stark play.
Right? Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, Jay Dart. I want him on the shelf.
Exactly.
The other thing about the NFL, like with all this expanding reach, technology. How about this? I didn't even write it down, but I did just think about it. The Hawkeye first down measurement.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be super. It was supposed to be super quick.
Yeah, not quick.
Bring out the chain gang, and it's fucking over. And I love that it's Hawkeye from MASH, right? Like that's the name of it. It's the Hawkeye.
Yeah. I did see that a couple times, and
it seems like it's just totally made up. Like. You wait 10 minutes. You wait 10
minutes. It's 3.2 inches.
And then they show the football and the yellow line. Like, there's some kid in 3rd grade drawing that up.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. And you're right. It like in tennis, everyone claps for like 6 seconds and they show you what happened.
Right. Like, here's where the ball hit.
Exactly. I'm like, why does it take 3 minutes?
Like, let's just have the guy put the football down, have the chain gang run out. pull the chains, and we're moving on.
Anyway, yeah, that's. Oh, and then the other new thing, which we should talk about, is the kickoff rule evolved this year. Same kind of format, but if a touchback is now to 35,
right?
Which is like it's a meaningful difference. I mean,
it is, and they're kicking it off shorter.
Yeah, so they're trying to make it
preseason game. Even every preseason game I've watched,
yeah,
like they're running it. Like I've seen more run backs.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's good. That play should be part of the an NFL game,
right?
I mean, so I'm all for that change. All right, what do you got? And I've been like rambling with my.
Oh, dude, you got good shit. I have a couple things, and we've talked about some of these offline.
Yes,
the production meetings.
Yes,
I love Aaron.
Yeah.
And he was pissed off that he couldn't wear his old Rydell helmet that he got out of the box that we got, the same ones that we got
for Halloween.
Right? Exactly. And he's pissed that he had to wear a shot now and his old helmet was outlawed. I love the fact that dude is still one chin strap.
Rocking the one chin strap.
Putting it behind the ear and complaining about his helmet.
Yeah.
If anything, that motherfucker's consistent.
He is, and this will be my PSA for Aaron Rodgers, I guess. I've been shocked and pleasantly surprised. He's said all the right things. He's done all the right things. I still don't think it's going to last, but I have no complaints whatsoever about him, him joining the team this far.
The way he's presented himself during camp, right? Like he loves Tom. Clearly he respects Tomlin.
I think
he didn't respect anyone at the Jets. Right, that's why I think he just ran all over it.
Right.
So how do you think that's going to go?
Honestly, if they can keep him upright, I can see him having a little bit of a resurgence. But again, if you rewound the tape, I was saying he was dumb when he was his last couple of years on the Packers. Like I would watch so many Packers games where you'd have like 80 yards in the first half passing.
Right.
So I'm not sure. The Steelers provided him with some weapons.
They got some weapons, pieces.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think for the Steelers, it's all about the offensive line. If they can keep them upright for the majority of the season, I think he could do fine.
And we all know he knows how to run the operation.
Right, exactly.
So that's big. Another thing I had was, you and I talked about this, was is there any more room on a Browns jersey for initials like GSH and
Bears jersey? Right?
Oh, Bears, yeah. Like, and then who passed away, like MVH or whatever. But it's not only the
defensive.
It's not only the
what do they call a guy who was a wrestler too for a while?
Oh, Hulk Hogan?
No, not him. He never played for the Bears, as far as I know.
Oh, McMichael.
There you
go. But they got initials everywhere, and it's not like they're small initials on a helmet. They're like fucking 17-point fonts. They're going to run out of room.
Yeah, you would think they would take the Hellas one, or no? Is it the
GSH is on the?
Is it the wife or something?
Yeah, it's the wife.
Oh, got it. All right, yeah.
The wife is like the big one on the left. Plate.
But George should be off by now, right? He's been dead for a while.
You would think. Like, why the Giants don't have Wellington Mara?
Exactly.
I don't know. So fucking disrespectful. Oh, dude, the other thing I had was, have you seen what the Packers are going to do when they wear the throwback uniforms?
No.
And this is why probably Rodgers is really pissed about his helmet. Like, so they are, like, I can't even describe, like, the unis look horrible.
Yeah.
But their helmets are going to be like the helmets they wear today, like the shots, whatever the fuck they are. But they're painted like they're leather helmets.
That's awesome, actually.
And the only thing I would like to see is if they just took the face masks off.
That would be. I mean, I know that's just a merchandising ploy or whatever.
It is. It's just a
throwback uniform. Like the Steelers do unveil theirs, and they're like,
they're so ugly. Yeah, they're horrible. They're as bad as those throwback the Giants were. But I can't wait to see them come out with the fake leather helmets.
that is
They're
awesome.
fake leather. Like literally, they look good.
Yeah,
They look like the old leather helmets,
that's awesome.
except they're not. They should just take the face masks off.
That's awesome. I
It'd be like,
did not see that. That's awesome.
I want to see Forrest Gregg coming out wearing one of those bad boys. Another thing I had was Matt Stafford, who doesn't like spiders or snakes. Remember Jim Stafford had that song when we were kids, like it was on K-Tel?
You pointed it out to me
Okay.
before, but I don't
But
know.
now that back issue,
Yeah,
I don't think it's going away.
I think you might be right about that. And then you got Jimmy G, and who knows? I mean, in McVay's offense, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, imagine Jimmy G taking over LA.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. Dan Campbell on like one of the NFL Network.
hold on. What's it?
Okay. Oh, did you pause this? No, you don't. Harley girl. Like one of the NFL Network promos about.
you don't want to rewind it.
No, you don't have to. That's our first one.
We'll fix it in post.
Pre-season, man. We can't run the operation.
We'll fix it in post.
Dan Campbell, like on the promo for like an NFL Network or wherever it was, like where they're showing like training camp, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I don't even know who he's talking to. I missed it 1,000 times, but the guts of it is he's like, kick his ass. And it's a Lions practice against each other. I love that dude.
I do like it, man.
What else do I got? How about Jay Cutler getting a DUI?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, he's got to do 4 days in jail.
I did not see that.
No wonder he was sitting on the bench by himself all those times. He was hung like a mofo.
Oh, man.
He's as hung as Mad Pup's going to be when he comes back from that Raiders-Cowboys trip that he told me about the other day with, like, Higgy. And I said, you know what I said to him? I said, dude, I wish I had the discipline to go there and just watch. But I don't.
I hear you.
Because that is going to be a shit show. But Pup, you'll survive. Just don't give anyone any elephant tranquilizer.
Or take any.
Right. Good Morning Football. The last thing I have, dude, is Good Morning Football. Have you watched that? Do you watch that?
I do during the season. I haven't.
Well, so I've been watching it. And I think I asked you a couple weeks ago, like on NFL Network, did they just run the shit over and over and over again?
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
So Good Morning Football is an hour show.
Yeah.
And they just run it from 6 to 10 a.m. And it's the same fucking hour
probably
over
true.
and over.
Yeah.
And they got this stupid ass song. It's like, hey, yay, 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 yay. And this guy, Kyle Brandt.
Yeah.
Who,
he sometimes has some rants that I like, actually. But...
So, yeah, he used to, for me.
Yeah.
But he irritates the fuck out of me now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he loves everybody. I love this. I love this guy. I love that.
Right.
I love him. Right. And like, as if everyone in the NFL is a Boy Scout.
Right.
Which we know they're not.
Right.
Right. Rasheed Rice is going to serve 6 games.
Breaking news, yes.
Yeah, right. That's today, I think. And I think that's all I had, dude.
All right. So I did one other piece of off that you just reminded me with the NFL Network. ESPN bought the NFL Network.
I know,
by the way.
right? No, I know.
So I don't know how that's going to go. Maybe all those shows will be ESPNized, and
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think it's awful. I mean, honestly, like ever since they did the turnover of talent the second time on game day, I stopped watching ESPN and started watching NFL Network, and that show's fun to watch.
Right, it was, and then but once they got rid of Playmaker,
yeah, but it's not as good. But it's still, I mean,
you got Mooch,
Kurt Warner,
right,
and
Kurt Warner's a serious guy.
Rich Eisen's like kind of funny. Anyway, so my point is, I watch that more than I watch game day. So I don't know hopefully they don't cancel it.
Yeah, I know this. I will tell you one thing. The one talent who's going to make a fortune when he retires from the NFL. You know what I'm going to say, right? It's Jameis.
I was so worried you guys are going to cut him and he wouldn't find a landing spot.
No, dude, I am so glad he's on that team. He loves that. He loves New York.
I just love listening to him talk, man.
He's eating W's. Like when Dart put up the W to him and he was like, he comes in off the bench.
I do love the guy, man.
When Dart got hurt, he comes off the bench and throws the touchdown to Hyatt.
Yeah.
Like 40 yards, 35 yards, whatever it was. It was just as likely that the ball was picked.
Oh, of course. That's the story of his career.
I fucking love that dude.
All right. Who are you putting in the Super Bowl since this is preseason? And don't say the Giants. Or you can't say the Giants if you on a Super Bowl.
No, I'm not going to say the Giants because you're here to keep me from not getting over my skis. But I'm going to make a bold prediction because I know you're probably in the 900.
Survivor pool? Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I need to get my shit.
Here's the deal, dude. Giants are going to beat Washington week 1.
That wouldn't shock me. Actually.
Yeah, no,
that wouldn't shock me. So you guys, you could lead the league in sacks this year. I mean, you have that kind of pass.
Yeah, Abdul Carter's played 3 downs
right
in preseason. So, who's gonna? Yeah, that's a great fucking question. Who's gonna be in the Super Bowl? I think the Bills in the AFC. I think you asked me about the NFC. And then I hate to say it, but like Philly is loaded.
They are loaded, but they're replacing a lot of people on defense. It's so hard to repeat. I mean, even though
I know.
Anyway, so I haven't put any thought into this, to be honest.
Well, I'm just winging it.
Exactly.
I'm just fucking riffing.
But I'll go with you on the Bills. Everyone would love to see that. I mean, I think,
dude, Josh Allen is he might be my most favorite non-Giant in the NFL. So
it's hard to hate on the Bills.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Tony.
And I was going to say the 49ers, but they still have a lot of question marks. But they're going to go worst to first, I think, in that division.
I think you're right. But they have so many injury issues, and they're still continuing.
Yeah,
like with the wide receiver, the room. By the way,
so I'd love to say, you know what? I'll say the Lions again. Last year, that's who I hope would happen. I hope that happens again this year.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I would root for them.
Yeah,
big time.
So I'll see.
But the Pack as well.
Yeah. Packers could be good. They could be good. That whole division's good though.
It is. Well. It is. And then my backup is G-Men.
My backup.
So I wanted to ask you, I think I saw on ESPN yesterday, Super Bowl odds.
Yeah.
When they say plus 20,000,
yes,
or plus 30,000, like Giants were one of the last 2 teams.
Yeah.
Is that if you bet $100?
Yeah. No.
Like you bet 100 for them to win the Super Bowl. That's what the odds are. Then do you get $30,000 if they win?
No. So plus 3. You have to knock 2 decimal points off.
Oh, dude, you're carrying way too many fucking number ones.
I think you win 3,000 on that.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. I think it's basically 300 to 1.
Well, that must be the fucking new math.
Yeah, it's 300 to 1.
Remember we had to do math as kids?
Yeah, I don't. So plus 200 means if you bet 100, you get 200 back. so plus 30,000 must mean you get 3,000 back.
Right. Can we get the metric system so I understand it? Like I thought we were doing that.
Exactly.
I gotta ask you, what's up? What's up?
What?
Get some ink or something?
Oh, maybe. What are you talking about? No, I didn't get ink.
No, it looks like it.
All right,
All right. No. Okay. No. Well, I thought it meant so. I thought it was like Western New York. I thought it was Medina. On your neck, I was like, that's a pretty bold fucking statement.
Yeah, I think I'll give you a heads up if I can attend to it. All right, on that note, so we can make this promise as we make it every year. We're gonna
we will
try to do this every Tuesday.
We will wrap up every Tuesday this year.
All right,
because I'm fucking fired up.
All right, let's do it.
And I'm telling you what.
And the Giants may not be eliminated by October this year.
I'm telling you, dude, if the Giants fucking beat Washington, I will be over my skis.
Exactly. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. All right. Well, with that, man, we will.
Oh, one thing I wanted to say, like, and I sometimes I say Joe Shone, sometimes I say Joe Shine.
Yeah.
He's had some good, like, obviously the Saquon deal blew up in his face.
Definitely
right?
blew up his face. But
although Saquon would not have been Saquon
behind that line.
playing behind that line last year.
Absolutely true.
But he's put together, I think, a couple of really good drafts.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. You guys have drafted well.
There was guys that were cut, like the tight end from UCLA.
Yep.
Who, quote unquote, led the league in preseason touchdown catches with 3, but they waived him.
Right. So that means they got some.
You know what I mean?
I think you guys have drafted well, especially if Carter turns into the monster that he could.
If Carter's the monster and Jay Dart, and his mom,
that's an amazing draft if that happens.
And his mom's getting a lot of play.
Why?
Like she's like Christy Domes, like Trump's girl.
Okay. All right.
That's all I got, dude.
All right, then we will see you next week.
So to our faithful listeners, we will talk to you either after the Thursday night game, although you'll be in.
No, not.
Let's give the Mad Dog travel schedule.
No.
Let's put it on record.
Oh, that's right. Shit. So we're going to do it after
the Sunday game.
After Sunday games, yeah. Like we'll get on regular schedule after.
And by the way, he's now Mr. Grinch because he's not going to be in town for Christmas Day.
Yeah, I know. I'm very upset about this.
He's taking Christmas Day away from all of us.
I did not put 2 and 2 together. I'm very upset.
Like you know how many people I had to call and say, "Hey, Mad Dog is off."
I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was the following week.
My kids were on board. Everybody was on board this year.
I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway,
all right.
We'll see you next week-ish. Bye, guys.
We'll see you the Tuesday after the opener.
Bye.
Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. And follow us on social media to stay in the loop with all things Mad Dog and Pino. Until next time, keep those ice cubes jiggling.